first-round games in home field settings. This place is going to be rocking. This is the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, legendary home of the USC Trojans. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Hermstreet. The playoff is here, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get this going. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. The bunch formation. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
On the run, it's Clark. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss on the play.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's the offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Going for a big play downfield. Oh, and it's almost intercepted on the first possession here. It's going to bring up third down.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. Defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. As good as he threw the ball, that's a big third down defensive play.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that third down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Looking to throw, it's Joseph. With the catch, it's Hawkins. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's hit as he throws it. Incomplete. Very lucky to avoid an interception there.
Boy, this quarterback has got to do a better job of processing quickly from the pocket. He had plenty of time to throw the ball there, and it still got out too late, and it nearly took a huge sack.
To dart to the left side. It's caught inside the red zone, still on his feet. offense gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And the Trojans have 1st and 10 here. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Throws to the tight end. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
The offense here, Chris, getting aggressive inside the red zone on 1st and 10. They take a shot near the goal line, and the defense does a great job of stepping in front of that for the interception.
And they stop him short. He avoids the safety, but it won't help much with breathing room down there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Oh, he breaks free, still going. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. But I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a 1st down on the ground, relying on that offensive line and their running back.
Play action here on 1st down. Trying to create here on the move. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Good enough for the 1st down to the 37.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Man, I love that they continue to go back to this talented wide receiver. That's back-to-back plays with big gains, and it's not surprising. Like I said, the scouting report all week long, we heard about this guy's ability to make plays against this defense, and the quarterback and the receiver right now have a nice rhythm going.
On the move now. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Continues to fight for yards. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10. The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Florida, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Dropping back, it's Joseph. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it on the move. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. And tackled there by the defense.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Second down, we're going to throw it. That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Looking for the wide out. That's caught. It's Willis. What a grab by the freshman.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this 1st down on the 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Completion sets up a second down play. And the quarterback dropping back. Moves out of the pocket. Lets it go quickly. He's got a receiver wide open here. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25.
It's a nice throw and a great catch by this USC wide receiver to pick up a first down. And boy, oh boy, USC quarterbacks and receivers, efficiency and timing and speed and execution. Boy, they are putting it on display once again today.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Back to throw. It's Joseph. The pass falls incomplete as time expires in the first quarter. And Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
And the Gators offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience. The hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Picks up the first, looking for more. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
An inside give now from the shotgun. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Well, for defensive backs, man, they salivate for opportunities like this. Some may only get one or two a year. He was not going to squander this chance.
And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Fires it on the move. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
I love how this quarterback, Chris, is able to keep this play alive by scrambling away from that pressure, getting to his left, buying some time, just unable to connect it to his receiver downfield.
Second down after the incompletion. That's caught. It's Jordan. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And someone moved just a bit too early, and it cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Grab down the middle. It seems. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time, nice throw, and it's a 1st down.
He escapes the pocket. Tries the right with a quick throw. Caught near the sideline. It's Hawkins. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
They're going to pick up a 1st down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, they have so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer, the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart, think back to those warm chow.
Oh, here he goes. At the 10 now. Touchdown, USC, as they fight back here in this playoff game.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gators.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Scanning the field. It's Joseph. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. Fires it to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a 1st down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Oh, they trap him for a sack. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. On the move now. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. And the senior quarterback never been afraid to air it out.
Well, one thing we know for sure, this quarterback has a ton of confidence. Already he's thrown 2 picks. That is tight coverage right here. He still puts it up in the air. Now, this one works out for him, but they haven't throughout this game.
It'll be Smother right at the line for no gain.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Sims.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. Finds his receiver, that's enough for the first down. Touchdown, Trojans. Great connection there for 6 points. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Gets off a squib kick and will be fielded by one of the Utman. They get him down at the 39-yard line after an excellent return. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Using his legs, it's Clark. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Gators will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quick throw to the left side. Makes the catch. It's Jordan. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Hey, great throw here by this USC quarterback, but how about the catch by the wide receiver? And Chris, we've been saying that for decades when it comes to USC and their wide receivers. What incredible history, going way back to Len Swan. I know he was a Steeler, but it all started when he wore that USC uniform. Keyshawn Johnson had a brilliant career. So did Robert Woods. And how about Amon-Ra St. Brown and the job that he did when he was at SC?
And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
That is high awareness for that receiver.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. And the Trojans starting a new series here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Joseph. Quick throw over the middle. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle right after the catch, but they'll spot the ball down at the 15.
Great connection there to move the sticks. With every first down completion, this offense just builds more and more confidence.
The Trojans are in the red zone. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath.
Touchdown, Southern Cal. And they jump on top during the second half.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. They'll return it from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. They finally get him down, but it's a chunk play through the air. And the Gators will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
And there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Offense getting set. It's second down. To throw, it's Bailey. This time, a completion. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. First down now at the 40.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
1st and 10 play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. That's reeled in. It's Brown. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws. Those yards after the catch, gotta pad your stats.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looking to throw it again. Lets it fly to the wideout. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Can he get there on the ground? They stop him behind the line. That's going to set up 4th down and short. The Gators will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on fourth down when you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a first down.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker. Gators come to the line in a hurry up.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense first and goal from the 10.
Once you can establish the run game, the play action is so effective. Those linebackers' eyes get caught up on the run, and you pull the ball, and you've got open targets behind him. It's a great example of using the run game to set up your play action.
And the freshman brings him down quickly. And it's USC in front, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. Sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets while we have a chance. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a second and goal. Back to pass. It's Bailey. Looking to scramble. Launching one to the end zone. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
But what was the quarterback thinking here? You're inside the 10-yard line. You got a chance to put points up on the board. You can't just randomly throw the ball into coverage like this.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down. So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on fourth and goal. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. This could be the biggest play so far. Fourth and goal. And this offense is down. Needs this. And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on fourth and goal. The quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. The pass is incomplete. That's a big stop for this defense on fourth down.
Oh, so close to coming up with that conversion here on fourth down in the fourth quarter. Close football game. Now you got to rely on your own defense to come up with a stop and hope you get one more chance.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Dropping back, it's Joseph. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain in that play.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterback's in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Wide open downfield. What a catch and run by the sophomore there.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
Trojans will have 1st and 10 here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
It was there, Chris. It was the right call. It was good execution. He just dropped it. That receiver's got to do a better job of finishing the play.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. What a catch! He stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
And the Trojans are in the red zone. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? The defense makes a saving tackle at the 2-yard line. The offense already has 1 4th down conversion. They do it for a 2nd time. Trying to run it with the option. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, USC.
Well, there it is, Chris. One of the most dangerous plays in college football, the option. What's even more dangerous, as a defender, you have no clue if he's going to pull it, tuck it, throw it. That time, he took it himself, fooling the defense all the way to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Any hopes of staying alive in the playoff depend on making a play, scoring, and looking deep down the left side. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for it.
It's incomplete. He was witnessing through that time. And now 3rd down coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. To throw, it's Bailey. Grabbed by the receiver. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. And the Gators will crank up the tempo. Looking to throw yet again. Finds his man. It's Montgomery. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. The defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments.
Timeout, USC.
A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made on the out route. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Just a great play here by the corner. The offense completes the pass, but the corner comes up, makes a forward tackle while driving the offensive player back in the process.
They try to get everybody on the same page here. Getting set. Here's second down. Back to throw. It's Bailey. And it's caught. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. The Gators come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
Here's a great example of the defensive line not fearing the run game. They know this offense, this situation, they've got to throw the ball. So pin those ears back and get after the quarterback.
The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 38. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive. Running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And it's a kneel down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start us off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Hurricanes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Handoff to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
To the air on second down. Makes the grab on the left. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Wants to go up top on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. The give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. Fighting off the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Huskers want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
The Cornhuskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense. Go with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Forced out of the pocket. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll take it himself. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it one more yard to get it in. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bell. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking for space to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Here's a heat. Slings it downfield. Pulls it in. It's Courtney. And they're able to get him down.
It's so much easier to play defense when you know where the quarterback's going to be. But when you got a guy that can move outside the pocket and make big plays like this, it's so hard. Do I bring a blitz here? Do I bring a blitz there? He continues to make big plays outside the pocket.
He's snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. To the air, it's Raiola. Got the quick pass. At the 45 on his way. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Open space at the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. You count up those explosive plays in a game and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
They'll send the back in motion. Now from inside the red zone. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of P's being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion. It's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up 14 over Notre Dame. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Gets it out quickly. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. He makes a grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back has it. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Grabbed behind the line. It's Carr. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hurricanes. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half. The defense needs to start making adjustments.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. He's got it out. He's chased out of bounds, but man, does that return set them up with spectacular field position at the plus 46. Here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Rifles it down the middle. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they...
Turning it on! Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And on second down for this offense. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. To throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Now facing a third and long.
Trick 9 feet.
Off play action. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Back to throw, it's Raiola.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Huskers want to move quickly.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they
makes a grab for a big play. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Hey, and he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
It's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Dumps it to the back. He's got his man across the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offense and quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing.
They're going to run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. On the move, he fires. Makes the catch. It's Courtney. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pulls it and fires to the left. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a second down play.
6 remain. Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Looking to fire. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Floating away. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy...
Breaks into the open. Delivers the stiff arm. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Touchdown, Miami! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They appear to be headed to the win column for the first time this year.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running route to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get...
Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he knocked that one right down the middle.
Miami, 42. Nebraska, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Loose in the middle. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots, keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Buying some time. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. He wants to change this route. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He wants it all. And they will score. Touchdown, Nebraska! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Got it in the middle. It's Lofton. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Makes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Grab near the marker, it's Bell. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Huskers moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. With the catch, it's Bell. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Courtney. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Extending the play. Got his man! And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. And the Huskers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bell. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Raiola. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Using the quick game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover.
One more play to pad the stats. Direct snap. Got enough for the first down. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.